All about inclusion and really giving everyone a fair say.
Welcome to the Today Show. This is our flagship show. I am Unstoppable Tracy.
I am Zach Damon.
It is a pleasure to be here. I am excited. What is up?
We have a great show today.
Jay Stoyan here for the Disability Channel, the world's only inclusive channel for and by persons with disabilities.
Get ready to be inspired, everyone.
We have people watching from all over the world, but also all over Ontario.
We also take a concerted attention in the veterans community.
In moments of stress and trauma, we can get a hold of ourselves.
To help make a difference for people with disabilities, to show people how to love themselves or their disability.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys having me, giving this platform for myself and other people with disabilities.
Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this episode of the Disability Channel Detroit. Please tune in next time.
Welcome back to WILDCHILD Records. As you see, we're down here at Islington. We're here in a studio. What a great studio. We are here for our first heavy metal interview in about 10 years. I have a great relationship with the big guy behind me, Big Pete. I have Bess here, Maxell, and Fast Eddie on the drums. Look at the names. I love the names. It's great. So these guys are super hot right now. We're here for an exclusive as they have a CD release party coming up at the Rock Pile. Check out their website. All the information is on there. Why don't we go around the horn here? And Maxell, you start. You're the lead singer. You're the guy on the stage. Tell us about the band and tell us what you're expecting coming up for your CD release party.
I'm expecting the place to be packed, for one thing, and I'm expecting everyone who goes to the show will get a free CD there once you pay admission at the door. On August the 13th, Saturday, there's a great lineup of bands. We're headlining the show, and we're going to kill it.
That's great. Well, we know Rockpile is such a big supporter of live music. Now, I want to ask some stuff about heavy metal. I'm going to ask Bess now. So heavy metal, tell us the original, like, tell us a little bit. I know about Full Give in the past, but you tell us a little bit of the history there, Bess.
Of this band?
Yeah.
Well, me and Maxwell were together in a band called Penetrator. We actually got a record deal. So we were together for a few years, and then we separated. And then I was putting this band back together when I got a call from my buddy Stevie Franchetto, and he told me that Pete's trying to get a hold of me. So I said, okay. So finally he phones me, and the first thing I said to him was not, how are you? I haven't talked to you in 35 years.
He's very rude.
It's like, that's right. I go, you got your bass? He goes, yeah, I'm still playing. He goes, well, get your bass and get down here. That was it.
That's great. Now, Pete, I know we go way back. Now, tell us a little bit of our experience of that channel when you came down that day. I know you guys played twice on our platform. So give us a little bit of how you feel about that time.
Oh, it was a great time. We came down and they asked us to play down there. Jay did, but they didn't expect we were going to bring so much gear. They expected like a couple of 3-in-1 stuff like that, like a local country and western band kind of thing. We came there, we had stacks of gear, stacks of amps, and his crew came out and said, Jay, you gotta go outside. This is crazy. These guys aren't stopping. They're bringing in more and more gear. We got to stop these guys. Jay went outside. His eyeballs turned to the size of saucers and said, "Holy shit, guys! We got to put all this stuff in here." But we actually ended up playing. I think we dumbed down our gear a little bit. We played that show one time. Then we came back. A few months later, I guess, was it, for that second time we came down?
That's right.
And we had a different drummer. We came down. We played a full set down there. It was a really good time, and we had really good exposure out of it too. Jay's a lot of people came up to me that. I didn't know and said, "Man, I saw you guys on cable TV, man. That was a really good show."
Well, that was great. Like, I just love the aspect of heavy metal. And I want to talk to Fast Eddie. Like, that's probably the best nickname in the band. So Fast Eddie. And I know we were talking off camera a little bit. So Eddie, we were talking a little bit about your musical inspirations as drummers, and you absolutely blew me away when you mentioned the name. So tell our camera who actually gave you some lessons.
Yeah, Ed Shaughnessy. When I was a kid, about 7 years old, he had an ad in the paper, and he came to the house and gave me about 6 lessons and taught me all the basics and different rudiments.
Now, if for people who don't remember who Ed Shaughnessy,
I didn't know who Johnny Carson was. I was too young, but my mom was all excited. So
exactly, Johnny Carson, the legend Johnny Carson. So to have Ed Shaughnessy come to Fast Eddie's house, for drummers or for musicians in general, like, that's remarkable. That's like an eye-opener. That's a memorable moment. I want to get back to the lead singer now. Give us a little bit of inspiration on who you looked up to as a young singer getting into the business, like Scorpions, Black Sabbath. Who were sort of your guys?
All those kinds of bands. All the Black Sabbath singers, from Ozzy to Tony Martin to Dio to even the Deep Purple family bands. Joe Lynn Turner. You've got Robert Plant.
A lot of guys.
You got a lot of guys. You've got all the Whitesnake family. So I followed all those classic rock singers because I thought they all got power, they all got charisma, and they all got this great range.
They do.
And if you wanted to be like a great singer, you got to study like great singers. That was my goal.
That's a great point. And do you agree, back in the day, Bess?
Racer X at Comic-Con 2 months ago.
We were at Comic-Con.
With Jim Gillette, the U.S. Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah?
With Jim Gillette and what's his name? The guitar player?
I forget.
Whoever was in it, but what a singer that guy was.
Oh, well, okay.
Racer X singer.
So let's talk about singers. Now, everybody says Judas Priest.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best singers of all time.
I agree. I have to agree with that, yeah.
Is he the best, though? People say Rob's just, the best. I don't know if he's about the best, but he's really...
He's the best at what he does,
yeah.
Right? There's nobody quite like Rob Halford, and then with a lot of these guys, they have their own style.
There's no competition.
So there's no competition against the
music.
You just can't
opinion.
be him because there's only one Rob Halford.
Yeah.
Do you agree? Back in the day, they said Zeppelin was the band that kind of started the heavy metal phase. Back in the day, you hear that a lot. And since you guys are heavy metal players, you guys obviously have your own opinion on who really started it.
Well, actually, I was more into Grand Funk and Iron Butterfly.
Okay, yeah.
That's who attracted me.
Yeah, Sabbath was.
That's who attracted me, and then I heard Sabbath. That was it.
So why don't we take a quick break? Because I want to come back because I know all you guys are also songwriters. So you guys are like the triple threat: songwriters, musicians, singers.
We're song and dance men.
There you go. So stay tuned.
Beers.
What we're doing, we're interviewing Purveyor of Chaos. They have a CD exclusive release party coming up at the Rock Pile on the 13th, which is next weekend. So we're here a little bit early. They opened the doors for us. We're really gracious, very lucky. Great time. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Wild Child Records.
Are you currently on ODSP? If you're interested in social media marketing, TV production, podcasting, or getting off assistance, please contact Jay Stoyan at 647-339-6847 or Jay at thedisabilitychannel.ca. The Disability Channel, showcasing abilities.
Welcome back to Wild Child Records. I'm Jay Stoyan. We're here in the studio down in Toronto, Islington, with Purveyor of Chaos. They're telling us all about their career, their upcoming CD release party. But before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about songwriting. So maybe, Pete, you can kick us off and tell us a little bit about your inspiration, what it takes to really write a great song, in your opinion.
Well, I think the most important thing is just getting a good groove going. Like what I think one of the most efficient way of doing it, I think, is that we just jam and basically we record what we're doing and then we find a good hook line. We add on to it. We keep that hook line because usually if you jam and stuff like that, off the top of your head, the next thing you forgot what you did, kind of thing. So we do that. Once we've got a good hook line, we just sort of add. Everybody contributes to the song. So I'll come up with a nice solid bass line for a certain part of it. A bridge will be contributing. Let's try this for a bridge or something like that for the beat part of the song. So everybody contributes, and before Max, when he comes out with the vocals, he weaves magic over top of the foundation we set down, and basically comes up with a song. And it's just a matter. Everybody contributes. Everybody's very creative here, so it makes the job, fortunately for us, fairly easy to do.
So is it a team effort?
It is a team effort.
Oh, everything's a team.
Yeah.
Now, does anybody ever come to the studio and plop down? Hey, look what I did. Did anybody ever do that?
Yeah, I've done that. I've best done that. I've done with a couple of songs that I've written. Came down
I've
here's
done
a
that.
song.
But you give them almost everything and go, we need something else. So
Yes.
he comes up with a
And
nice
he still
part.
contributes.
He comes up with a nice part.
We got a roamer here. We got a roamer in the studio. We're doing an interview. And
He
he's
gets
roaming
excited when
around.
he talks.
So, Max, how about you now? Where's your inspiration?
You're gonna
come
add
from?
it though, right?
Inspiration comes from two different ways. If it's a song that I'm writing myself with my old band, then I come up with a riff, or then the riff's already in my head, or the song is already in my head. I hear the chorus and everything, and I just play the chords and create the chords all around what's in my head. So I take it from a kind of Beethoven sort of thing, and then transcribe it from there. When someone else plays the songs and then they make a recording for me, then I start thinking around in a different way. I think of the melody within the songs.
That's
And
what
if
he
they
did
have
with
any
us.
other ideas to put in there, then I sort of elaborate and exaggerate that some more, and then I add all the lyrics. And the lyrics I come from ideas from different things that are experiencing, like now and here and now. This album's not about songs that I wrote 10 years ago, or songs that I wrote like 5 years ago. This is the songs that are about here and now today.
So do you write,
music.
like I know what Loretta Lynn and many other musicians have said that, you write what you know. So do you write what you know, or do you write fantasy sometimes? Like a little bit of both, or?
No, I'm not into fantasies. I'm more into psychology, so I come up with psychological scenarios that people may feel or may identify with, but they're not exactly really prescribed to how I think or how I believe.
So not necessarily real life experiences, you could say.
Well, the real life experiences are all in these songs.
All in the
Of course.
song. Okay, yeah.
There's a song on there called Fake News. How can you get more blunt than that?
There you go. There you go.
Fake news.
So let's talk about now, when you guys are writing songs, do you bang out a song in a day, or sometimes it takes you 3 months, 6 months, a year? I guess it all depends, right?
I think
When you have a riff, you
Yeah.
sit in the living room, after you smoke a nice, sit in the living room, lean back, and you start riffing. You can riff that same riff for like 4 to 6 days. And then you look at your bass player and go, listen, what do you think of this? And he comes back with, I got something to go with that. And then all of a sudden you have the song.
So let's do this. I'm going to go around the table here, and I want your guys, who is your favorite inspiration musician? Who do you look up to? You go, oh, wow, like this guy growing up, who would it be for you?
I was thinking about him today, and I think he was the first shredder. It would be Ted Nugent.
Ted Nugent. Okay, Ted. Hey, yeah, I like
because
Ted.
he bring that excitement, that raw energy, the power, and like rock and roll. It's unstoppable.
Wild.
Yeah, he's
wild.
a Motor City man.
Like, remember you said, I remember Ted in this set. Like, wild. Just wild. Pete, yourself?
It's hard to say. It's hard to. I have so many people that I do like. I really can't put a finger on it. Like I'm sort of a wide variety of music. I love Celtic. I love jazz. I love the jazz bass players, like John Patitucci and Marcus Miller and stuff
George
like
Benson?
that. George Benson.
Oh, give me the light. Give me the night. Give me the night. Oh,
yeah.
I think the bass, the bass and the drums just drive. They drive the song. Like,
Yeah,
you have a
they're
great
the
bass.
backbone of the band.
Like Paul Simon's the African album. You know that's that bass.
I'm not a Paul Simon fan.
When he did that bass in that song, like that's a great album.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
is.
I think it was called
Great tastefully done.
Yeah. So, Fast Eddie, how about you yourself? Who would you say who's your drummer inspiration?
Millions.
John Bonham,
John Bonham,
Ian Pace, Tommy Aldridge. I grew up with those, just listening to those guys, since I was a kid.
What's your opinion on the double kick?
I played single kick, for a long time, and I like the double kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. It's interesting, and I'm just enjoying it. Yeah.
Now, do you find it like as how do you find about staying in good shape? Because the drummers are always
yeah.
the drummers are the drum. Like,
This guy pounds the beat of Lakeshore.
I walk like 10 miles a day.
because you have to, right? Like it's hard, right? Like it's hard on drummers. Like you guys load up all your
It's
equipment.
a physical workout every day. Like you're working out. It's like lifting weights.
And I don't think people really realize that, because when you guys do your gigs, you're the one that's loading up.
Yeah.
Right? And unloaded, right? These guys,
It's a consequence of not having electronic equipment.
He goes, I'll see you at the show. I got my mic.
I don't want to.
I'm playing guitar now.
Oh, there you go.
I want to stretch, work out before I play drums. Every day.
Very important, eh?
Yeah.
Very important. And Bess,
And I do
yourself?
that.
Who's your inspiration as far as the instrument you play?
The inspiration came to me when I sat in Eddie Colson's living room on the floor and watched Lauren Lofsky with a gold top play Johnny Winter and live album.
Johnny
the whole first side. Exact.
Johnny Winter.
When I saw that was it. Through my Stavely amp, I had this Stavely amp. Every time I would go and sing and play, you'd go get the buzz, because you're getting a shock.
This is great, guys. I love it. Well, I really want to thank you for inviting us to your studio today. I wish you guys all the best on your CD release party again. Let's talk a little bit about this before I let you go. So, where's the inspiration, and tell us some steps on the CD here before we let you guys
the
go.
album art I saw on the wall. We were debating the band about it back and forth, and I said, "That's the album cover right there. Who made that son of a gun thing?" I said that says "Purveyor of Chaos" right there. The guy in the center looks like he's the purveyor of it all, and is a victim of it. And everybody loved the idea. The artist, we don't know where he is. We can't try to contact him and say that we're using his artwork.
It was given to me as a gift.
So he got it as a gift. So
that's a nice history. Yeah.
It's painted with his own blood. Red.
That's very cool. Like, I'm glad I asked.
Sort of paying homage to the guy.
Yeah, you got to turn it this way.
Which way?
Yeah.
That way. Oh, I'm looking. Sorry about that. Good thing I'm with the band here. Good thing I'm with the guys. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. Put our earplugs in, and they're going to perform for us. So stay tuned. You're watching Wild Child Records. We're here in the studio with Purveyor of Chaos. Go to their CD release party. When is it?
August 13th.
Where?
At the Rock Pile.
Right here in Toronto. Come out and support live music. Great band. Stay tuned. We'll be right back to blow your socks off. There you go.
Hi, this is Dave Stevens with the Disability Channel.
An inability to break out. I'm sitting by the door on the second floor, losing my 7-year war. It's not an illusion, so why the exclusion?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's about you. So,
You say you're a disability dynamo.
Joining me, and welcome to this beautiful Travelers Championship.
I only want one accolade from you.
So my story is unique, it's amazing, but it's not anything that you guys don't have inside of you. I'm not a hero, I'm not anybody special. I'm just this guy without legs that went out, and I just did it.
Stats outweigh the Democrats, the diplomats, and the bureaucrats.
This is probably your first interview down on the ground on your butt and stuff like that?
First time ever,
All
baby.
right.
Eliminate and validate and validate and validate.
Stay with us and the Disability Channel.
Welcome back to Wild Child Records and Purveyor of Chaos. sounded really good. Oh,